Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jack Monahan here, and today I am here to make actually another tutorial because the last one of these I made was put on a different channel and then was deleted, which I didn't appreciate. But today I am doing an Adobe Premiere Pro editing, recording, and exporting tutorial. Now we will start with the basics. First comes to recording. We will need something to record with. I use Fraps 3.5.7. You can get it almost anywhere online for free, and I can actually give you an insight to where you can get it. Okay, Fraps. This. 3.5.9 is the most current version, it seems now. This link will be in the description of my video. This one, here. I've shown you how to get it. That's okay. I'll put it in the description anyways, so you guys don't have to go to the labor. Anyways, what is next? We have something to record with. That's a pre-activated version. You can use it for as long as you like, absolutely free. Okay, so when it comes to using Fraps, open up. You will need to choose where to put your recordings. This can be done in the Movies tab in Fraps and clicking the Change button above the folder to save movies in. I use my external hard drive because it can store a lot of stuff in there. Let's see. Let's go over configuration of Fraps settings. Here we have not my address, not my name, and a single user license. Oh, I do have 3.5.9. Imagine that. Okay, so when it comes to the general settings in Fraps, I do not start Fraps minimized. I do not run Fraps window always on top. I do not have this checkbox selected, which is run Fraps when Windows starts. I do have monitor arrow desktop checked because, excuse me, that's what I'm doing right now. DWM stands for Desktop Windows Manager. I'm running Windows. It's what runs Windows. It can also be seen here, DWM. This is this. If I end this process right now, my Fraps recording will cease. DWM is this. The Desktop Windows Manager is your toolbar. It is your desktop. It is, well, your icons are actually Explorer. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Your toolbar, this bar down here, this is Explorer.exe. All of this, that is DWM. If you shut off DWM, you will not be able to record using DWM mode in Fraps because there won't be a DWM to use to record. Just making sure I get that across. And I do not select minimize system tray only. When it comes to FPS, I don't use this a whole lot. This is mainly meant for benchmarking. Moving over to movies, but I do hide my overlay because that can be obnoxious in video sometimes and can cause discrepancies between you and your viewers, or whoever is viewing your video. Next up to movies, I have my folder to save my movies into, which is my external hard drive, which is what I would like to use. You can change that whenever you like. You can also view the folder it's going to be placed in by clicking the button I just clicked. Whew, okay. When it comes to your video capture hotkey, use whatever is most convenient for you and would not cause any problems while doing day-to-day tasks using your computer. When it comes to video capture settings, I choose to use 30 frames per second because it comes in handy when you want low file sizes on your recordings. I just managed to get back from an hour and a half recording, which was 10.9 gigabytes. That's just Minecraft though. It mainly has to do with what you're recording. When it comes to loop buffer length, that controls how much RAM your program is going to use. Right now, not a whole lot is being used. Actually, that is a lot for a computer. If somebody had 4 gigabytes of RAM, they would not be too happy. I'm using 16 gigabytes, which is going to make it much easier for me to do stuff. But if you want your loop buffer length to run on infinite RAM, meaning it can access however much RAM it will need, set that to 300. Do not select split video every 4 gigabytes if you are recording your videos for Let's Plays, survival videos, or if you're going to edit them and want your video as a whole. Go ahead and record Win7 sound if you want to. Explaining on what this is so you can decide if you want to or not. Windows 7 sound is everything that you can hear. It's everything the computer plays back to you. So if you're playing a game and you're playing with the volume blasting, that is your Windows 7 sound. It's your system's audio. You can either choose to record in multi-channel or stereo. I use stereo because I don't need to record in multi-channel, and also I do not know a whole lot about it, in honesty. Go ahead and record your external input if you have something to record with when it comes to speaking into a microphone. In my case, I'm using my laptop's internal microphone, which you can see here. Some people have headsets, standing microphones, external microphones. They'll have, what else can one use? They'll have webcam cameras, but those are still external cameras. You can also choose to capture your voice only when you press a certain button. In this case, it's space as a default, but you probably shouldn't select that if you're playing a game and if you're heavily using all the keys on your computer. Just don't use it. When it comes to hiding the mouse cursor in the video, a lot of people appreciate seeing the mouse cursor in your video, especially if you're going over a tutorial or if you're explaining something like I am now. When it comes to video games, it may be a good idea to hide it, but most of the time, if you're playing a shooting game or if you're playing any kind of game, whatever you see in the game, your HUD, whatever you're seeing in the game. What does HUD stand for again? It's heads-up display. If you're seeing your heads-up display, it will most likely replace your cursor, which is nice. Make sure you lock your frame rate while you're recording, because if you do not, your video and your audio are likely to go out of sync, which means that if you're in one place in the video, you'll be another place in your audio, and you don't want that to happen. Faster computers should use force lossless RGB capture, but slower computers and computers that do not perform as well as high performance computers should not use this function. Screenshots are not necessary in this case. Alright, so we have our recording tool. Next, we have our thing we're going to record. In this case, I will use the popular 8-bit game Minecraft. Once it loads. Okay, here we are. This is a crucial part of the tutorial, and I encourage you to pay special attention to this. I hate it when it does this. Okay, so we have Minecraft, and let's say in the end we're looking to put a 720p video online. 720p's resolution is 1024 by 768. If you want to put a 1080p video on the internet, 1080p's resolution is 1920 by 1080. Close it down for now. That's causing me big problems. So, when it comes to recording, you want to record in the resolution that you're going to be exporting your video in, which is 720p, 480p, or 1080p, or 240p. Whatever one you want, you should record in that resolution before you edit, before you export. You should even have those settings set before you start recording. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. I will go ahead and show you a handy little tool called Resizer that comes in handy when it comes to resizing programs like these. That's why I'm starting with Minecraft, and you are seeing lag because I just had Premiere Pro up. I do have a recording going, and Minecraft is resource intensive, but we can go ahead and fix that by doing this. This is not part of the tutorial. You do not need to pay attention to this if you do not want to. There we go. Should be better. A little bit. Okay, cool. Anyways, I was just talking about setting resolutions before you record or before you start editing. So let's do that right now. Right now, this is around well, let's see here. If this is 1024 by 768 and this is widely stretched, it's something below 1024 by 768. So when it comes to Sizer, and I will also put this link in the description, you can resize your programs that you want to record in, and I'll show you an example. So around this, well, not really around that. Around this was the original Minecraft size. But we don't want that. We can't use that in our video if we want to export in 720p and keep all the quality in our video. So what we do is we first select Minecraft, the window, with a left mouse click, and then right click on our sizer, then click on 1024 by 768. In this case, I am doing a tutorial focusing on exporting a video in 720p because my monitor's resolution does not support 1920 by 1080p resolution, only 1600 by 900. So let me show you what it's like to use the in-game recording function in Fraps. It's easier than you think. If you don't want to record the DWM, simply deselect it. But if you do this, you must use some sort of game that uses DirectX, OpenGL, or what are the other rendering methods? Direct3D. You must use either one of those three to record using Fraps' in-game recording mode if you're not using DWM. Let's use the in-game recording mode now. Okay, I'm back. Welcome to Fraps' in-game recording feature. Using this mode, you can record only your game if you want to focus in on your game. If you don't want to record only on your game and want to record everything else on your desktop and your game, then use the DWM function. Let's go back to that. Okay, Alright, so when we last left off, that was the in-game recording mode using Fraps. We access this mode by deselecting Monitor Arrow Desktop DWM. When you last saw it, I was inside of Minecraft, and halfway through the recording stopped because when I had finished recording uses Fraps' in-game recording mode and went back to DWM mode to record my desktop, the data that was running was still registered to the program, which means if I close the program, the recording stops. In this case, it's tied back to the DWM, Desktop Windows Manager, which is good. It's what we want. Right, so now that we have a recording, let's go to it and make sure that we have our resolution right. Yeah, here we go, 1024 by 768. I should notify you, however, Sizer does not come with accurate resolutions for every single program. Every program is a little different, so explore around a bit, experiment, and you will eventually get the right resolution. Okay, I'm back. Welcome to Fraps' in-game recording feature. Right, we have a recording program. We have a recording. Let's edit. So here we are with Adobe Premiere Pro CS6. You do not need to use Adobe Premiere Pro CS6 in order to edit, record, and export your videos. You can use Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro CS, CS1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Not necessarily just 6. Whatever you have, if it edits videos, you're going to be okay. The layout may be different because improvements in layout design are implemented in every update. Let me just readjust here. Okay, cool. The first thing we will do after we have our recording program, after we have something to record, and after we've made a recording, let's go ahead and edit the video. Let's begin by making a new project. Let's call this, let's see. I am terrible at typing, I apologize. Premiere Pro tutorial. Awesome. Alright. Let's see, it prompts you to enter a sequence name here. And it also supplies you with an OK button. Do not just enter your sequence name and press the OK button. This is where you will be able to select all of your settings you want to use while you're editing your video. This means that you have the opportunity to match your resolution with the resolution of the video editing space you're provided with while you're recording, or not recording, editing, I'm sorry. Whew, okay. So you can see here that we have DV 24p, DV NTST, DV PAL, DVC Pro 50, DVC Pro HD, or mobile and devices. When it comes to using videos off of different devices, you should look for different settings that match your device. A certain setting will match every device, every recording, every video. If it matches your video, then go ahead and use that. In my case, our interest is to export in 720p, and I am making a recording off of a computer. So it's only best to use the 720p under DVC Pro HP, and then use DVC Pro HD, since we are recording in 30 frames per second, and there is not a 30 frames per second feature supported by this program. Feature supported. So let's go ahead and use 50. Can't hurt. When it comes to your sequence name, this is what your video that you're going to export, that you're going to upload to YouTube is going to be called. Let's call this Adobe Premiere Pro CS6 recording. Editing. Exporting tutorial. Okay, we have it after forever, since it takes me so long to type. This is what my video is going to be called. See? It matches. Okay. Oh. Why? Why did I do that? Okay. Let me just fix my mistake. Let's say that we name our project OK, and that we name our sequence. OK, cool. Don't click OK yet. Click on Settings. Make sure that your resolution here matches the resolution that we have in this area. Okay, go away. Sweet. So, as we can see, in this case, I have a frame width resolution of 1024. That's part of the resolution for 720p. My frame height is 768. That's the other half of the resolution for 720p. As you can see, we can't edit our video frame size, horizontal, and vertical resolutions. So what we need to do is up here in editing mode, we click on this drop-down menu, and we click on Custom. Yay! Okay, now we're able to edit. So 1024, which is the first part of our resolution that we're going to use, by 768. Awesome, right? You can go ahead and use these settings if you want, or you can experiment. I recommend going with these settings because they're set by default by the program, so the program obviously knows best. The developers and the programmers of this program probably know what's best because they use the software, they make it, and they distribute it. Proudly. So, we're all set here. We don't really need to change any of this because this right here is what you see here. And sure, it might be a little blurry, but it's okay. Once we're ready, go ahead and select OK. I'm not going to do that right now since I already made a project. And it's an awesome project. No. Why is this happening? Okay, so we're back. After having a little bit of trouble there, I have pinpointed my... So it's under Worms Reloaded. That's weird. I pinpointed my file. We now have our editing space. All we need to do is find our video. We can either do this thing called importing, which is what we must do when we want to edit videos, into our program. We can either do this by going into the folder where the video we want to edit is located in, or we can go back into the program, click on File in the menu to where a drop-down menu comes down, and click Import. As a last option, you can use a hotkey, which is Control-I. Cool. Let's find our video. Yay, here we are. Cool. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. Accidentally double-clicked there because my mouse is odd. Alright, so you have your video, you have your recording thing, you have something you record with and something to record, and now you have your recording. You have something to edit with, so let's drag our recording into this thing called a timeline. Awesome, right? And close this. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, so now we have that taken care of. Let's go ahead and edit our video. As you can see, our video doesn't look quite right. Up here. This is what your finished product is going to look like. Go ahead and play the video if you want. Welcome to Fraps's in-game. That was me talking. That was me talking when I was recording uses Fraps's in-game recording mode. So, we noticed that our video doesn't look quite right. So let's play around with it until it does. First of all, click on the clip you want to edit. Then, in this case, we're resizing our video because it doesn't look very good. We will click on Motion and uncheck Uniform Scale so we can better control what we're doing. Let's play around with the vertical resolution a little bit. 94. Alright. Right. So, our height is 94% of what we originally imported this video in, and then our scale width is 125% of what we just had. Cool. So, if you want to put video effects and transitions on your videos, then I'll go ahead and show you how to do that right now. Go into the video effects option that you have in Adobe Premiere Pro, and let's put a fade in from black and a fade out to black on our video. We will do this by going into, it's video transitions, isn't it? Video transitions, go into that, I'm sorry. Then click on dissolve. You don't necessarily have to click on it. You can just click on the arrow and click on dip to black and drag it to your video clip where you want the effect or transition in this case to go. Let's put one at the end also. Alright, cool. Okay, cool. We have a fade in from black option. You may have seen a little bit of lag there because Premiere Pro is pretty resource intensive on my computer, and like I said, I have a low performance computer. Cool, we've edited our video. Once you're ready to export it, click on File, then on Import in Adobe Premiere Pro's menu bar. Export, not import. Export. And then click on Media if you have this part highlighted. You'll know if it's highlighted if you see this yellow outline around the area. This is also called the timeline. It shows you times. From the beginning to the end of your episodes will be marked by these markers up here. You can mouse over this and it will tell you where your video starts and ends. And finally, the duration, of course. So, if your timeline is highlighted, go into File, Export, and then click on Media. Or you can just use the hotkey. A whole bunch of settings will come up. And I mean a whole bunch. You can spend hours and hours and hours experimenting with these and looking through them. I use one, however, which is H.264. That is what you should be using as well whenever exporting, depending on the quality that you want in your videos. In this case, I want to retain as much quality while exporting or compressing my video, which is part of exporting, as possible. So, in our case, we want to keep as much quality in our video. We want to size it down from 92.6 megabytes is pretty big for a 19-second video. So let's export that and make sure we get as much compression as possible. It also offers you a load of presets if you select H.264. Let's scroll down until we find 720p HD 29.97, which is right here. It also has HD 1080p, 1080i, and a load of other settings. You can experiment with these as well. I find that HD 720p 29.97 is fastest for me. It's also what I should be using since I'm recording this video and I want to export in 720p on a computer. No other settings should be selected other than these ones. Once you're ready and are happy with your settings, click Export. Adobe Premiere Pro will now export your video for you while taking up every little single bit of your computer's CPU as it can, as seen here. It's also exporting relatively quickly because of our short amount of duration of the video. Right, so our export is just about to finish. Done. This project can close. And now we can go to YouTube and upload our video. You can go anywhere on YouTube, even just YouTube. No, it doesn't exist anymore. Okay, anywhere on YouTube you will see this button. Click it, and either drag your video, which should be placed in the directory that you saw in Adobe Premiere Pro, but by default it's in the Documents, Adobe Premiere Pro, and 6.0 folders. See? Right here. This is what our final product looks like. Okay, I'm back. Welcome to Fraps. Looks and sounds pretty much like we had here. Huh. This was 92.6 megabytes. Okay. Well, we have a video here in 15.1 megabytes that looks and sounds exactly the same, and in some places looks a little bit better because of the black bars we have here. It gives it a little bit of a cinematic feel, which is really what you want in your videos if you're looking to satisfy your viewers. If you just want, you can just throw something on YouTube that's been recorded. That works. This tutorial is only for you if you want to know how to edit your videos, how to record, what to record with, and how to export your videos, if you're going for that sort of thing. So once you're ready, grab your video. You can even drag it in to YouTube. Oops, mine's over here. You can drop it there. I have never done that, so I will not do it now. Or you can click there and then go find your video again. This has been Jack Monahan. Thank you for watching my tutorial. I'm sorry if I messed up on my wording a little bit. I have a difficult time articulating sometimes. I apologize for that. And I do hope this helps you. I really hope it helps you because not a lot of people know how to export videos very well. And this is purely a trial and error experience for me. So I figured I would share my knowledge with you to prevent you from going through the same hard ordeal that I went through when I was trying to edit good quality videos in low sizes. Because I was uploading video logs of 1 gigabyte at times, and that took all night. Now you can upload shorter videos, but retaining your video length and your quality for less time. I think it works, right? Anyways, this is Jack Monahan. Thank you for watching my tutorial and have a very nice day, evening, or morning. See ya!